"Grandma, why do you smell weird?" That's the innocent question once asked by Nancy Miller's granddaughter. Her mother tried to soften things by saying, "Oh, it's just the natural smell of Grandma." But Nancy was devastated. She had always prided herself on staying clean and tidy. From that moment on, her granddaughter stopped climbing into her lap. She even held her nose every time Nancy asked for a hug. That night, Nancy buried herself under the blankets and cried, hurt, embarrassed, and unsure of what to do. "Hello, my name is Dr. John, and I'm 77 years old. Throughout my career, I've worked with over 10,000 older people, many of whom face this problem. Today, I want to talk to you about something that very few people openly discuss, but affects countless elderly individuals. Perhaps you've already experienced a situation where the bus seat next to you remains vacant, or your grandchildren hesitate to approach. Maybe you've noticed that your daughter-in-law always seems to open a window when you're in the room. If this sounds familiar, stay with me until the end. I'm going to explain exactly why this happens and give you some simple, scientifically proven advice on how to address it. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss my upcoming tips. Are you curious about that so-called old person smell? Because yes, I have it too. Recognizing the problem of the old person smell. I'm Dr. Henry, and after examining hundreds, if not thousands, of elderly people, I noticed something surprising. About 99% of people over 60 don't notice changes in their own smell, but everyone around them does. The sad part is that most family members are either too polite or too shy to mention it. As a result, the elderly remain unaware. Let's take George Carter as an example. He showered every day and kept his house spotless. But one day, he overheard one of his son's friends murmur, "Wow, the old person smell here is strong." It devastated him. He was so embarrassed that every time his grandchildren came to visit, he would hide in his room to avoid the shame. Does this story sound familiar? Have you ever wondered, could this be me? Don't panic. I promise that if you stay with me until the end of this video, I will reveal a surprisingly simple solution. Because believe it or not, science has precisely identified how our bodies change in ways that affect our scent. And while this is a natural process, you don't have to accept it. You can fix it. Think about it. No more whispers, no more windows being politely but clearly opened when you enter the room, and no more innocent comments like, "Grandma smells weird," from grandchildren. These raw, unfiltered words can really break a person's heart. Real-life stories. Nancy Miller and Betty Davis. Let me tell you the story of 65-year-old Betty Davis. She came into my clinic with tears in her eyes and said, "Dr. Henry, my grandson no longer wants to sit on my lap. What can I do?" She felt rejected and heartbroken. After 50 years of helping people, I've discovered a few secrets that can help. So keep watching. At the end, I'll tell you exactly what to do. And here's a little preview. In just 3 minutes, you can eliminate 90% of that old person smell by focusing on 2 key areas while you shower. Over 1,000 of my patients have tried this method, and it has helped them feel closer to their families again. If you found these stories and tips helpful, please like this video and subscribe. Turn on notifications to stay informed about all my tips for seniors. Now, let's talk science. Why won't cologne and perfume solve the problem? Recently, I met an 88-year-old man, Frank Wilson, who told me, "Dr. Henry, I use the most expensive cologne, but my son still runs out of the room and opens the window wide. It hurts." I had to be honest with him. "Frank, cologne is not going to solve this problem. It's like spraying perfume over a sweaty sock. It just mixes with the existing odor and can make it even more noticeable." Many older people take this approach. They feel something's wrong and react by applying deodorant or perfume, but that only turns the smell into old person mixed with flowers. Meanwhile, everyone keeps trying to get a bit of fresh air. To treat the underlying cause, we first need to understand why this happens. It's not just a matter of hygiene or age. Let's talk about science. The science behind the old person smell. 3 main changes occur in our bodies as we age. Reduced sweating. When you're younger, you sweat about 1 liter a day. Sweating helps eliminate toxins through the skin, but after 60, the sweating rate usually drops by more than half. At first glance, you might think, great, I don't sweat as much anymore. But less sweating means more residue stays on the skin. These residues then feed bacteria and cause odors. People like 71-year-old Nancy Clark have told me, I hardly sweat, why do I smell bad? This is exactly why. Your body no longer has its built-in cleaning process working at full capacity. Sebum composition changes. Your skin naturally produces an oily substance called sebum, but starting around 50, the chemical composition of this sebum changes radically. A compound called 2-nonenal starts to appear, which is the main culprit behind that characteristic old person smell. I've been studying 2-nonenal for over 30 years, and its levels increase as you approach 60. Younger people don't have much of it, which is why they don't smell the same. How to improve it? All of this can be improved by consuming the purple peel of a certain fruit that is full of antioxidants, discovered by scientists. Thousands of people are already improving their well-being, eliminating bad odors, and tripling fat burning just by consuming this purple peel. If you want to know more, I've left a more detailed video in the description or in the first pinned comment. Less saliva in the mouth. After the age of 60, our saliva production significantly decreases, often by half or more. Saliva helps kill bacteria and keeps the mouth fresh. With less saliva, the mouth becomes a drier environment, perfect for odor-causing germs to thrive. Linda Harris, 69, told me, I always have a dry mouth, and I can smell my breath. I'm embarrassed to talk closely with my grandchildren. This dryness can lead to a noticeable odor every time you speak. When we combine these 3 factors, we begin to understand why common solutions, like using more cologne or quickly rinsing the mouth, don't address the root cause of the problem. But here's the good news. You can solve this issue naturally and simply by focusing on a few specific steps. The 3-minute shower trick. If you like this video, drop a 1 in the comments so I know you're still with me. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Your support helps me continue sharing these valuable tips. Now let's talk strategy. One of the quickest and most effective solutions is what I call the 3-minute shower trick. You'll focus on 2 or 3 specific areas where 90% of the old person odors originate. If you miss this, you'll keep wasting time on temporary fixes. Follow this advice, and I promise you'll see improvements in a week. Let's hear from James Parker, 75. He came to me feeling depressed and said, my grandchildren won't come into my room, and my son airs everything out all the time. But 6 months later, he was thrilled. My grandchildren now climb onto my lap. It's magical. So, how did he do it? By adopting these habits, starting right at home, starting right now. Step 1. Water, water, water. After 50 years of research, I've noticed that hydration is one of the most overlooked keys to reducing unwanted odors. Start your day with a glass of warm water. Warm water acts like an internal broom, flushing out toxins through urine. Over time, it significantly reduces the characteristic odor many older people develop. Margaret Adams, 72, admitted she was skeptical. Just warm water in the morning doesn't do much. But after a month, she noticed big changes. Now I crave it if I ever run out, and my grandchildren say I smell good. Try to drink 6 glasses of water a day. Having trouble remembering? Set a simple schedule. 1 glass when you wake up, 1 before lunch, 1 after lunch, one around 3 p.m., one before dinner, one before bed. That's 6 in total. And remember, coffee or tea don't count. In fact, coffee can dehydrate you, so if you drink it, add an extra glass of water. Step 2. Gentle walks in the sun. Some older people tell me exercise is hard, and I understand. I'm not asking you to run a marathon, just a short, easy walk under the gentle sun. About 20 minutes a day can work wonders. The sun helps kill some of the bacteria on your skin, and gentle movement helps you sweat just enough to eliminate some extra toxins. Choose a time when the sun isn't too strong, before 10 a.m. or after 4 p.m. A little fresh air and soft sunlight can make a real difference. Fred Taylor, 70, told me that at first he could barely walk. Now he takes short walks every day, breathes fresh air, and his body odor has significantly decreased. Step 3. Daily hot showers. Some might say, but I'm old, it's winter, I don't want to shower every day. I understand, but it's essential to wash regularly, as this removes skin buildup and bacteria that cause bad odors. Here's a great tip. Avoid very hot water. Hot water destroys the skin's natural defenses and can make odors worse. The best temperature is lukewarm water, between 38 and 40 degrees Celsius. Then, once a week, treat yourself to a 20-minute bath at about 38 degrees Celsius. This opens the pores, removes deep dirt, and leaves your skin softer. My patients often tell me that these weekly baths help them feel fresh from head to toe. Now, scrub these 3 areas to reduce odors by 90%. Here's the secret sauce. The 3 key areas you must clean every day. Ignore them, and you'll be left with that persistent old person smell. Focus on them, and you'll notice a difference in just a few days. 1. Skin folds. Pay attention to areas where the skin wrinkles, such as the neck, armpits, under the breasts, around the belly button, the groin, behind the knees, and in the elbow folds. These little pockets accumulate sweat, sebum, and bacteria. Many older people neglect the area behind the ears and the neck. Susan Brooks, 66, told me, "I always showered, but I never cleaned those folds properly. Now my grandson is hugging me again." Use a soft washcloth or a loofah and gently scrub. Don't be too rough or you risk irritating your skin. 2. Hairy areas. This includes the scalp, armpits, and for some men, the chest and stomach if they have hair there. Hair traps, sweat, and oils. So when washing your hair, make sure to massage your scalp well. Tom Harris, 62, said, "I started massaging my scalp deeply and the smell from my head disappeared. Now my grandson even pats my head." 3. Sweaty areas like feet and palms. Your feet, especially when they are in socks and shoes all day, can contain a lot of sweat and bacteria. If you ignore them, this smell will spread throughout your room, your shoes, and even your clothes. John Miller, 68, had terrible foot odor. He started washing between his toes, drying them well, and changing his socks every day. "The smell is gone," he proudly told me. His wife no longer seems to notice it. Use cotton socks and change them frequently. Rotate your shoes so they have time to air out. If necessary, use a long-handled brush to reach your back and other hard-to-reach areas. Use lukewarm water, not hot water. Hot water can damage the skin barrier. Also, use a mild soap. Overly perfumed products may mask the problem for a short time. Mary Johnson, 71, said, "I can't believe these small changes worked. Now my grandchildren cuddle in my lap to watch TV." The set. Improve your diet. If these tips have been helpful so far, write 2 in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. Your support helps spread these tips to more older people. Let's talk about how food choices affect body odor. Betty Carter, 66, once asked, "I love garlic. Could it be my smell?" While garlic has a strong odor, it's generally not the main culprit. What really matters in the long run are antioxidants. These nutrients slow down the aging process that contributes to changes in odor. Incorporating antioxidant-rich foods like tomatoes, apples, strawberries, buckwheat, and brown rice can help from the inside out. A good rule of thumb is to favor brightly colored red or purple foods, as they are often rich in antioxidants. And that's why I want to share something with you that could speed up your progress. Did you know that 4 years ago, a US scientist discovered something incredible? A component of a strange purple peel that helps rejuvenate you, gives you energy, and can triple your body's calorie burn. And best of all, even while you sleep. No diets, no exercise, just one simple step before bed. His discovery was so amazing that it went viral, shared over 1 million times, and now thousands of people worldwide are seeing surprising results. If you want to know how this purple peel can transform your metabolism, click on the video I've left in the description or the first pinned comment. Don't miss it, it could change everything for you. Paul King, 79, started eating an apple and a tomato a day. 2 months later, his granddaughter told him, "You don't smell anymore." As for garlic, interestingly, once fully digested, it can help fight bacteria. 1 or 2 cloves a day can be really beneficial for your health and help reduce odors overall in the long term. Hydrating foods. Water-rich fruits and vegetables like watermelon, pears, and cucumbers help flush toxins from the body. You can eat them raw or blend them into a hydrating smoothie. Nancy Miller, 68, started drinking cucumber and tomato smoothies daily and said, "They say my old person smell is gone." 11th, keeping your breath fresh. As saliva levels decrease with age, bad breath can become more pronounced. Brushing your teeth twice a day is good, but there's an extra crucial step: tongue scraping. Bacteria love to hide on the tongue, and often a regular toothbrush can't reach them all. Linda Parker, 73, was hesitant at first. Scraping her tongue felt strange, but after a week or two, she noticed her breath smelled much fresher. Another quick solution is to chew sugar-free gum with xylitol for 10 minutes after meals. This stimulates saliva and helps control bacteria. Also, try to limit your consumption of coffee and alcohol. Both substances can dry out your mouth and contribute to body odor. Alcohol in particular breaks down into a spicy toxin called acetaldehyde, which is excreted through sweat. If you enjoy coffee, consume it in moderation, maybe 1 cup in the morning, and then drink more water to offset the dehydration. Increase your fiber intake. Have you ever thought about the effect of constipation on your body odor? When you're constipated, your body reabsorbs some of these toxins. This can cause stronger odors to escape through your pores. So, eat more fiber: brown rice, oats, whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. This extra fiber is what your body can use for food production. Before bed, just consume purple peel to triple your fat burning, rejuvenate, and get rid of bad odor. All of this while you sleep, without extreme diets or strange exercises. If you want to know more about this purple peel, go now to the video in the description or the first pinned comment where I explain everything in detail. See you in the next video.